Hi, good morning, fourth graders. I have a video prepared for you about our lesson for today, which is going to be about homophones. We are going to learn three things or three objectives for this lesson. You're going to need to know what is a homophone, what are examples of homophones, and how you're going to use your Chromebook to find a pair of homophones to illustrate. Homophones are words that sound the same but have different spellings and meanings. Different spellings and meanings, but they sound the same because in Greek the word homo means same and the word phone means sound. Therefore we come up with the word homophone, same sound. Words with that sound the same. I have some examples in some sentences that use homophones. Okay, I'm going to bring them up here. First, last week when you were making bread, see if I can get it on there, you kneaded the dough. Okay. Now, here's another sentence using homophones for that. The dough needed to hide. So our homophones would be kneaded and kneaded. Dough, an animal. Dough, what you mixed up, that white dough that made the bread. Here's some more. The dough needed to hide in the flowers. You needed the dough to mix in the flour. So our homophones in that case would be the word flour and flowers. Example, mean totally different things. Flowers and, I can show you that. Anyway, in this bowl, some flour. Flour and flowers are homophones. Okay, now, your job is going to be to use your Chromebook to search for homophones. You're going to look through, do a search, and come up with some lists of homophones. And from those lists, you can choose a pair of homophones to illustrate. Once you've made your choice, you're going to write the two words on the backboard, on the whiteboard, so that we don't have duplicates. We want lots of different examples of homophones. For example, if I chose to use the words see and see, okay, I'm going to just, this illustration is very, very simple, but I divided my paper in half, I put the word on each side, and I want to illustrate it so that students walking by can see. We're going to put these out in the hall so that students walking by can see with their eyes the difference in the homophones, the SEA and the SEE. There are so many out there, you shouldn't have any trouble finding homophones. Here's another good example. Here we have a book, Cattail. Okay, a tale, T-A-L-E, is a story in a book. And we have a cat with a tail. Let's see if I can, I'm not doing very well. There we go. So there's his tail. There he goes. Cat, T-A-I-L, T-A-L-E. Those would be examples of homophones. As you're looking through, I don't think you're going to have any trouble finding them, but if you do have trouble, you can ask Mr. Chamberlain and I. We both have come up with some lists of words if you're stuck or having trouble. I have a book here, it's called Word Twins, and this is, an illustrator has gone through and chosen lots of words that are homophones. In this case, we have the dear little baby, D-E-A-R, and D-E-E-R, the animal, the deer, and that's illustrated on both sides. There's several ideas in this book if you're stuck. Here's a couple more from computer pictures. You have the colors, blue, B-L-U-E, or he blew out the candles. Here's another more detailed example of the sea, the ocean, and the S-E-E when you look and you see something. Here's a good example of toe, T-O-E, and toe, T-O-W, what the part of your foot, Or what happens when your car breaks down and you have to have someone come and tow it away to be fixed. So that would be examples. Whenever you've chosen the one you want, be sure you put it on the whiteboard so that we know. And if you finish early and you have some extra time and you still want to work on some homophones, there's going to be a word search back there. This one is a must-do. We must do that one today. We'd like to put those up on the yellow board out in the hall. And if you have extra time, this would be just a fun one to see how many of those that you can find in the word search. So, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing your examples tomorrow, and good luck.